Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Isagi had Kaiser Impact from the start? Would Isagi become the best player in Blue Lock? How would this affect the rest of the story? Continue watching this video to find out. This will be a continuation of the third What If Isagi had Kaiser Impact video that I made from before. So if you haven't watched it yet, then make sure to check it out before watching this one. After winning the Blue Lock vs Japan U20 match, Isagi gets interviewed and asked about what he is looking forward to. This time, Isagi smirks and doesn't hesitate to say that he will win the U20 World Cup by himself. This would then cause a bit of tension between him and the rest of the Blue Lock players. They would promise themselves that they would not stop here despite what was said about Blue Lock's fate if they would lose this match. Igo Jinpachi would then get fired and the rest of Blue Lock would continue on with their regular lives. As several days pass, talk surrounding the football match has been everywhere in Japan and even reached some other countries. The Japan Football Union gained so much attention and money that their greedy selves couldn't stay put. Soon, the media and the rest of the fans have been asking for more of Isagi and Blue Lock. Because of this, the JFU could not resist and opted to bring Igo Jinpachi and Blue Lock back. But there would be one condition. Only the top 10 Blue Lock players voted by the fans would be able to come back and participate in Blue Lock. Igo Jinpachi then counters it with another condition in order to agree, which is to add one more player of his choice. The JFU would end up agreeing as long as it would bring them more revenue. The 10 chosen Blue Lock players would then end up getting a Blue Lock notification on their phone. 2 weeks after the match, everyone would go back to the Blue Lock facility. Igo Jinpachi would then welcome back Isagi, the Japan U20 team, and the top 10 chosen Blue Lock players, and say that the Blue Lock 11 vs Japan U20 match was just the beginning of their careers. The top 10 chosen Blue Lock players with the fans in no particular order are Itoshi Rin, Shido, Baro, Nagi, Reo, Hiyori, Karasu, Chigiri, Bachira, and Yukimiya due to their skills shown. Isagi would then be confused but glad at the same time to see everyone there, but they don't seem to feel the same way. If you're enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to let me know that you want more videos just like this. Igo Jinpachi then starts his speech and explains the entire situation about what has happened and why some Blue Lock players aside from Isagi are still here. Igo Jinpachi said that even though Blue Lock lost, most of them would be picked up by various clubs, and he stuck with his word. He then says that this would be possible with the introduction of the Neo-Egoist League, the selection round that will change all of your careers forever. The Neo-Egoist League will be televised and the players should decide on a country to train in based on their preference and what they desire to gain out of the training. When the players pick their country, they will be separated into stratums based on that country and will get to train with the U20 level players of the best club team in those respective countries and the master striker that reigns over that team and country. After initial training, a team of 11 made up of whoever gets picked as a regular by the master striker from the club will play in a round-robin tournament that will pit Blue Lock rivals and world-class players against each other in short but highly dynamic games. After the tournament is over, only the top Blue Lock players will be picked as regulars for Japan's U20 team for the U20 World Cup. When it comes to the teams, the roster would essentially be the same, but minus most of the supporting cast that we know of. As Isagi joins Bastard Munchen, Igo Jinpachi then introduces another player to participate, Kunigami Rensuke. This reveal would shock Isagi for a bit, but then he says that he doesn't expect anything less from Kunigami. He would then continue to be cold towards Isagi again. As Phase 2 starts, Isagi would surprisingly have a hard time with majority of the training course due to his inferior physical abilities compared to the rest of the U20 players and Kunigami. When it comes to the last zone, Isagi would perform a Kaiser Impact and aim for a high score to at least make up for his average fundamental abilities. Kaiser would then come out of nowhere and try to block Isagi's shot, but due to Isagi being closer to the target, he was able to get away from Kaiser's block attempt. Kaiser then approaches Isagi to introduce himself, and he doesn't call Isagi by his first name this time as he has some respect for Isagi and wants to finally meet him after seeing Isagi's gift. Ness would also seem to have a bit of respect for Isagi due to Isagi reminding him of Kaiser. After the training, Isagi would look up the stats of Bastard Munchen's players and find out that Kaiser's stats are way better than his in other aspects aside from shooting. He would then approach Noah in order to find out how to beat Kaiser. Noah then brings up the topic of Isagi's weapon, which is the so-called Kaiser Impact, as he has seen Isagi do it during the U20 match. He says that he has a world-class ability that only he and Kaiser possesses, and that he would have to improve in every other aspect if he wants to compete against Kaiser. Isagi then gets shocked as he didn't know that somebody else could shoot as fast and powerful as he can, and also have great physical abilities at the same time. Isagi would then have to find a way to surpass Kaiser. As the first match for Bastard Munchen in the Neo-Egoist League starts, Isagi would be placed as a starter but as a center midfielder because of his great vision but lack of physical abilities. Therefore, Kaiser and Kunigami would be the two up front. However, Noah is indeed aware of the potential of pairing both Kaiser and Isagi together. For now, he plans on finding a way to push Isagi to surpass Kunigami as a striker and compete against Kaiser. The opening play would be the same as before, with Kunigami missing the first shot, leading to Bachira using his new style of dribbling to score the first goal. Bastard Munchen would then run a play with Kaiser as the main character, as it is their rule. As Isagi observes the Kaiser and Nest duo wreak havoc across the field, Kaiser performs Isagi's ideal movements to get enough space. Isagi then wonders what he would do in that specific situation, and Kaiser does the exact same thing that he thought of. He then witnesses the Kaiser Impact that tied the game with his own eyes. The two master strikers would then enter the pitch, and Lavinho would blow past Noah and the rest of the defenders to score the second goal. However, Noah would end up answering back with a goal of his own. After the master strikers' 3 minutes were up, Noah let Kunigami back in. He then tells both Isagi and Kunigami to prove themselves with numbers. We then see a battle between Blue Lock's villain and the fallen hero. As the play restarts, the match is tied at 2-2 with a 1v1 between Bachira and Isagi right off the bat. Bachira then smirks and vows to crush Isagi, but Isagi says that he doesn't have time for this, but decides to go with it and says that he will be the one crushing him. Bachira then easily dribbles past Isagi, but then Kunigami seems to be next in line. Despite his improved physique, it isn't enough to stop Bachira, but it bought enough time for Isagi to be able to recover and attack from behind to steal the ball from him. Isagi then tells Bachira that his dance moves make him look like a pathetic clown. With a chance to win the game, Isagi dribbles past the field, but Bachira seems to be in his way. He then attempts to shoot a shot, but with Bachira knowing about the Kaiser Impact, he tries to block the shot since he knows that it would mean that the game would be over. However, Isagi fakes the shot and continues to dribble up the field. It then seems like Isagi's aiming to pass the ball to Kaiser, but he didn't plan on passing it anyway, not even to Kunigami. It was all a fake to lure defenders towards the main strikers. With so much desperation, Bachira attempts to block Isagi one last time, but it was already too late, as Isagi performs a Kaiser Impact to score the winning goal against FC Barca. Kaiser and Kunigami are then shocked by Isagi's play as they fell for his bait as well. Nest then comes up to Isagi and hesitantly asks him why he didn't pass to Kaiser as it was too risky. Isagi then tells Nest to shut up as he says that he was the best scoring option. Kaiser excitingly approaches Isagi and applauds him for his play. He sarcastically compliments Isagi and proceeds to imply that he's just a bootleg version of himself. He then tells Isagi that he's flattered as it makes sense for him to want to be just like his idol. However, Isagi would counter by challenging him to see who scores the most total goals by the end of the NEL. Kaiser would then accept this challenge with no hesitation. Whoever wins this will then reign supreme as the true chosen emperor. What do you think would have happened to Kaiser if he found out Isagi had Kaiser Impact? How would this develop the story? I hope you enjoyed this series, and if you have other what if ideas that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Have you ever wondered how the Rin and Shido duo was able to work in PXG? Check this video out right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you for watching.